What's up, everybody? Jayar Jackson, Rick Strom, 2IT Sports. In case you haven't realized yet, the best damn sports show in the world. As we talk about the things that are relevant. Because we wear scarves.
I don't think there's, I've done it before, but I don't think there's any better way to lose credibility on a sports show than being indoors and wearing a scarf.
Hey, it's chilly. It's chilly. The air is blowing on
from this controlled environment.
Absolutely. Uncontrolled.
Los Angeles, California last night. Went in, oh my God, pause. So I was outside checking IDs, security guard. It is 50-something degrees. This woman is wearing a hooded sweatshirt, a long jacket, winter coat. She's wearing a winter hat. She's wearing gloves, and she has the hood over her head. I was wearing, pretty simply, jeans and this sweatshirt, and I felt great.
Did she have the scarf wrapped around her face because the blizzard was hitting?
I believe so.
She's like, man, this snow is really, it hits your face and it just freezes it.
So the top quarterbacks worth pursuing in free agency. I have worked with David Carr before. Our director Ryan has worked with David Carr before. I respect his opinion. He was also given a short end of the stick with the Houston Texans because, as it turns out, you need protection.
Yeah.
Not only with sex, but also with life. So the top quarterbacks worth, I spelled worth wrong, so we're gonna have to redo this. Worth pursuing in free agency. Drew Brees, Kirk Cousins, Case Keenum, Josh Rosen, and AJ McCarron. May I just say, again, respecting David Carr, I do not believe that you are allowed to put any NFL draftees in this list. Just my opinion.
I was just gonna say, am I losing my mind, or is there another Josh Rosen?
Is it worth pursuing?
Around?
Sure. Is it in free agency? Technically, because it's the free agency period. But this is also the NFL draft, which is a complete separate category of available players because you don't have first dibs.
The draft is
with
not
free agency. You have first dibs.
Free agency means like you're a free agent because you're already an agent before that.
Because
this kid is
wait, what?
drafted.
Wait.
Free agency, like you're a free agent, right?
Yes.
Because previously you were not.
Yes.
In the league.
Yes. So like, basically how this argument would work is if those in the draft didn't have the draft and they just became available.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna say, I understand why Josh Rosen would be in there, Baker Mayfield was in there, Sam Darnold was in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw
in the top 10, that is.
Oh, top 10, I was gonna say, because they're only, okay.
Shouldn't count, should not count. So.
Does he have Lamar Jackson as a wide receiver or a quarterback? He's completely inaccurate at 60% passing.
Well, you know, excels at running, excels at throwing, excels in the open space, excels with the ball in his hand. Shouldn't have the ball in his hand.
Sorry.
Drew Brees,
David Carr,
Kirk Cousins, Case Keenum, AJ McCarron. I am scared of anybody outside of Drew Brees.
Yeah.
I think Kirk Cousins is going to be a good addition to a team like the Denver Broncos. I do not think he will succeed with either New York team. I don't see it. I think Case Keenum could potentially go to New York because Pat Shurmur, who turned around the entire Case Keenum football player, has gone to New York.
Well, I mean, what are the Giants doing with Eli? Am I missing where his status is?
Depends if he's still pissed off at the organization. We don't know. Do you think Eli is ever going to give us anything?
He's not in any free agency market, though.
He is not, but he can be traded.
Yeah, demanding
trades. He can be traded. He can get the hell out of Dodge. I'm weary of AJ McCarron. I'm weary of Kirk Cousins.
What has AJ McCarron done? I feel like I've seen him on a couple of sidelines, but I don't know if he's really had a. If I missed this, because his name was on here, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember him from college football.
All right, incredibly attractive girlfriend. So that helped a little bit because it's like, oh, he's not just another Alabama quarterback. He's an Alabama quarterback who Brent Musburger was like this on a national broadcast when they showed his girlfriend.
Brent Musburger was like, I am on it.
Yes, so Musburger was like, He was like McLovin in Superbad. He's like, I got a boner. And it was like, cool, dude, that's great. Can we talk about the game a little bit? So I think that weirdly helped. I think,
really?
Yeah, I think at the same time, him not getting an opportunity behind a bad quarterback and Andy Dalton definitely helped. So now you're like, well, the Bengals took him. What sort of stock does he have? He competed, didn't beat out Andy Dalton, obviously. Now that could go many different ways. Number one, his skill set isn't as good as Andy Dalton's. Number two, there was an agenda to put Andy Dalton ahead of him because he received that huge contract, not a lot of guaranteed. A lot of it was through performance-based incentives. Still.
Well, I mean, also, it depends on how your system works. I've always said this, it's a system thing. So maybe A.J. McCarron fits your system. Maybe he didn't fit it to start over Andy Dalton in Cincinnati.
Maybe.
I mean, let's check out our latest Super Bowl MVP. What's his name again?
Nick Foles.
Nick Foles had a whole bunch of teams he was not fitting and not really excelling with before. It works with certain ones. So
Well, he was excelling with Philly.
Well,
He did
before
excel for one season with Philly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not to this degree. So
Any
yeah.
chance Drew Brees leaves New Orleans? I say no.
No, he shouldn't at this point. What is he, 38? Gotta be, maybe.
Yeah,
30.
like 37. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
No, it's not at this point.
Kirk Cousins.
It's working for you. Should he leave? I think he's
No, he's leaving.
He's leaving
because they traded for Alex Smith.
Exactly.
So where should he go? I say Denver. You got a defense that's nearly there. You keep Demaryius Thomas happy. You keep Emmanuel Sanders happy. I think it's a win.
It would be. That's true. It seems like Denver kind of gets handed these type. I mean, they got handed Peyton Manning and these took him.
If he was smart, he would go to Jacksonville.
He had a defense in place already.
You'd have to take less money because they have Blake Bortles under contract and the defense is locked up. Go to Jacksonville. Now we're talking.
They would suddenly be seen as more of a real deal.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Where do you think these guys should go? Thoughts? Comments?